Peace and love, pro wrestling world. It's your boy JB trying to give you my predictions for WWE NXT's next premium live event titled No Mercy, taking place in the Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado. Let's get right to it. First prediction is for the NXT tag team titles, where Chase U defends against Fraizer and Axiom. My prediction is Chase U retains. Chase U got a title shot a couple of weeks ago against Fraizer and Axiom, and they won the match. And for them to get a rematch, they had to beat two members of Chase U to get a rematch at No Mercy. I got the champs retaining, Chase U retaining. I mean, they just won the belts. I don't see them losing it that quickly. And then moving forward, Shawn Michaels has to come up with something to do for Chase U, because outside of Out the Mud and maybe Gallus faction and maybe one or two others, there's really, like, who are their challengers going to be? So moving forward on the tag team titles, once Chase U defends successfully at No Mercy, Shawn Michaels has to come up with some other teams for them to compete against. So my next prediction is a blood feud match between Wes Lee and Zachary Wentz. I'm predicting Wes Lee wins this match. Zachary Wentz and Wes Lee were friends. It was a part of a stable called the Rascals. They came to NXT after Wes Lee had a really, really, really great match against Femi at NXT Heatwave, where Wes Lee lost the match and he could no longer compete for the men's NA North American Championship. So he was going to do a segment saying he was about to leave NXT, and then the Rascals came out there. They had a couple of matches, and then they lost a tag match against Axiom and Fraizer, which led to the heel turn of Wes Lee to kick Zachary Wentz in the face. They had a really good segment leading up to this match. I'm not completely invested, even though I like Wes Lee, but I'm picking Wes Lee to win this match. What's next for Wes Lee? Maybe, I guess, a handful of more matches with Zachary Wentz, and then I don't know. Does he get a shot at Ethan Page? Well, he's a heel now, so Wes Lee's gonna have to fight baby faces. So probably a couple more matches with Wentz, and then maybe get him in some kind of feud with some of the other baby faces that's in the division. Match prediction is for the NXT Men's North American Championship, where Femi defends his belt against Tony D'Angelo of the Family. Shawn Michaels has been doing a good job teasing this match. Like, Femi's been backstage walking over Tony D'Angelo, or like Tony D'Angelo's talking to somebody and Femi like run through him. But it's been pretty cool how it was a little bit of teasers, and then they had a really good segment this past Tuesday on NXT, where they did a vignette of Femi being this guy that he is already in Tony's establishment, letting them know that he don't have a chance. So I thought that was pretty cool. I think Tony D'Angelo is an excellent next component for Femi, and maybe they get in maybe like a 3-match feud, because I don't know what's left for Femi. This dude has run through everybody. I mean, and honestly, Femi is so good at what he does. He has the aura, he has the look, he has the walk. He's really good in ring, has great theme music. The crowd is engaged. Femi is nothing else for him to do. I mean, they brought Otis from the Alpha Academy down to challenge him, and he destroyed him. Like, anybody that fights Femi, it won't even look believable if Femi gets pinned, because he's been that great. He probably should go undefeated. I don't know. But I'm predicting Femi to retain, probably get in like a 2 or 3 match feud with Tony D. And to be honest, maybe have him fight Gallus but I think Obafemi should probably just vacate the title. I mean, there's really nobody that should beat this dude. Maybe he vacates the title moving forward, and then he starts competing against maybe Ethan Page or whoever the NXT Men's Champion is. But Obafemi is just ridiculous, man. That Wesley match at Heat Wave was an all timer. I don't see nobody beating this dude. Maybe Young OG at some point can win the NA title. If it's rumored that Ricky Starks comes to NXT, it'd be cool for him probably to eventually get built up to win the title. But Obafemi shouldn't lose to anybody. And I want to see him competing for the NXT Men's Championship. And probably by WrestleMania next year, Obafemi should be drafted to the main roster. The dude is sensational. It's only up for Obafemi. This dude has been absolutely spectacular. This has been the year of Obafemi 2024. I wish nothing but the best for him. Like I said, nobody should beat him on that current roster at NXT. All right, next match prediction is for the NXT Women's North American Championship, where Kelani Jordan defends her NA title against Wendy Choo. My prediction here is I have Lani retaining. I think it's a really great feud. I thought it was really cool, creative way for how Wendy stole Kalani's belt and put the belt in a pillow, and then she used that to beat Lola Vice. So everybody thought Lola Vice got beat by a pillow. It was revealed when Kelani came out there and attacked her to get her belt back. She had the title in the pillow. But overall, I really like Wendy Choo. I really like Lani. Wendy Choo, the pillow is because of she puts people to sleep with her submission move, and her gimmick is like the pillows with the eyelid covered when you try to sleep, and the pajamas, that whole thing. My one critique of that is Wendy Choo has a whole new character, and it was like little video promos of her coming back to wrestle, but she hasn't really explained why she turned the way she turned. Because she coming off with the whole Wyatt Six vibes, with the whole spooky stuff. So it'd be nice if at some point Sean gets her in a backstage segment or some kind of interview explaining the new character a little bit, and just because Wendy hasn't talked on the mic much, very little talked on the mic. I know they'll deliver a really good match. Wendy is a really good wrestler. Lani is a great champion. I know a lot of people wanted Lash Legend or Sol Ruka to be champion, but Lani deserves it just as much. A lot of women on that roster deserve it, but I thought Lani being the first champion, I was okay with that. But at some point, Sol Ruka or Lash Legend or Wendy should probably be able to hold that belt. Now, one caveat is I can see a scenario where Wendy Choo wins because she's a heel, right? Walk with me here. Walk with me. She's a heel. Oh, and also Tatum Paxley. Man, Tatum is such a great... HBK, give Tatum a chance. Okay, she's homegrown. Give that woman a chance. But anyway, I could see a scenario where if Wendy Choo wins Sunday against Lani, it's no secret. We all know there's two heavy hitters. There's two big dogs. There's two international superstars that's about to come to NXT. And Stephanie Vacour and Julia from Stardom, Stephanie Vacour from CMLL. If Wendy Choo wins, one of those superstars, I don't know if they both gonna get in a feud with Roxanne and compete for the women's NXT title, but I feel like one of them probably is gonna have to start competing for the North American Championship in the interim, right? And so they're both probably, I'm just anticipating, Stephanie Vacour and Julia are going to come in as heels. I'm sorry. They're going to come in as baby faces because they're going to be lovable. They're going to be so over, right? And then Wendy Choo will be the heel, right? So you can have a feud there. Because if you bring if Lani retains, then it's like, okay, you're going to have face against face. I mean, you can do it, but I don't know. That's just throwing it out there, but I'm still picking Lonnie to retain on Sunday against Wendy Choo. And my last match prediction is for the NXT men's title, where Ethan Page defends his NXT championship against Joe Hendry from TNA. My prediction here is Ethan Page retains. And mind you guys, I'm going based off of just Easter eggs and what I see. Now, I'm picking people that may not necessarily mean I want them to win. It's just that's my prediction, right? I got Ethan Page winning, although I probably want Joe Hendry to win. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Throw your hands up side to side and say, I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry has a great character, man. I love his gimmick, man. He's popular, got a popular song. He's ingratiated with the crowd. But it's been a nice build between him and Ethan Page, right? And him coming over from TNA. And also, Trick Williams, it just got announced, is the special referee. And you know, Trick Williams lost the belt to Ethan Page in a fatal four-way at NXT Heatwave in one of the most dramatic, shocking things I've ever seen. One of the most, right? And NXT, to me, kind of outdid Money in the Bank that weekend. And so, but Triple H came back strong, though. I mean, since Money in the Bank, Triple H has been on fire. But Trick Williams is the referee, special referee, so I can see a scenario where he probably could cost Ethan Page and Joe Hendry wins. And does Joe Hendry sign with NXT? We don't know, but it could happen. I can see this scenario, but I'm still picking Ethan Page to win, but I also see the other side of it if Joe Hendry wins. But moving forward, I mean, I would like to see Trick. You know, I know he lost to Pete Dunne. That probably kind of kept him from getting a recent title shot. But I would like to see Trick get a fair shot at Ethan Page. Okay, do like a little mini rivalry there. I can see Femi getting called up to compete for it. You got Tony D'Angelo. You got Brooks Jensen, but you got to build him up a little bit. Yeah, they got to start getting some challenges lined up for Ethan Page because I think he's going to win. Now, if Joe Hendry wins, oh my goodness, right? I believe. No, but I think I got Ethan Page retaining Femi, Trick Williams, Gallus. I mean, you got a lot of guys you can line up for Ethan Page, but Gallus is a heel. But yeah, they got to start getting the men's division a little stronger because I think the women are going to carry this division for a little bit. So the men, they got to pick it up just a little bit. The next match prediction is for the NXT Women's title, where you have Roxanne Perez defending her NXT Championship against Jaida Parker. My prediction here is obvious. Roxanne Perez is retaining. All I want out this match is for Jaida Parker to get a chance to showcase what she's capable of, what she can do, maybe move her up on the card, start competing for the title, whether it's the NXT Women's title or the North American title. Jaida Parker can now prove herself. Jaida Parker is got great character work. It's realness to her character. She's great on the mic. She can get a little bit stronger in ring, even though she's good in ring. She can get a little bit stronger. That's really, she just really needs to get stronger in the ring. But we all know Roxanne's retaining. And no shot at Jaida Parker. She's eventually going to be a champion in NXT, but it's just the timing, right? So for Roxanne, she has ran through this roster of all the credible contenders. I mean, they built Lola Vice up to challenge her at Heatwave. They got Jaida Parker. So I hate to say it, she's in these filler feuds. Roxanne Perez is so good. She's been wrestling since she was 16 years old. She's been in these filler feuds kind of just on cruise control until Julia or Stephanie Valcour make an appearance, right? I mean, you had to bring in Jordan Grace from freaking TNA. The knockout champion had to come in. So Roxanne has ran through that roster. After Julia and Stephanie Valcour show up, I want to see Roxanne on the main roster, and WWE Raw could definitely use Roxanne Perez. She has to go to the main roster. This woman is ready. Now, Roxanne ain't going to wow you with all these crazy move sets, but she's so technical in the ring. She's so fundamental, high ring IQ. She rarely makes mistakes, rarely makes botches. She's fantastic. She is way ahead of her time, and she's only gonna get better. She's 22 years old, getting mentored by the right people like CM Punk and others. Bailey, she's gonna be sensational. Okay, but let's get to the elephant in the room on what needs to happen moving forward. HBK, Shawn Michaels, Heartbreak Kid, looking you right in the eyes. Stop playing with us. You had the really cool cliffhanger with the Jaida Parker slapping the sheesh out of Roxanne Perez. That was funny this past Tuesday. But it's time. We need some Stephanie Vacour. We need some Julia. I think Julia's, Stephanie Vacour, they're trying to work the whole visa thing, and I hope WWE can pull some strings to get Stephanie Vacour in. And then, of course, Julia finished her last match at Marigold Stardom on the 25th. So Julia is on her way here, right? The only thing Julia and Stephanie Vacour need to do, they're already great in ring. They already have aura. They already can talk on the mic. They already have charisma. Obviously, English is their second language because Julia is Japanese and Italian. Stephanie Vacour is Chilean. They just need to just strengthen their English for being in America, right? Strengthen your promo skills in the English language. That's all they really need. They really can go to the main roster, but develop them, get them ingratiated in WWE at the NXT level. But by next year, both of them probably need to be on the main roster. These are international super. These are the top two. I'm not doing an order, but you got Stephanie Vacour, Mina, and Julia. These are your top three international superstars right now. Two of them signed with WWE, right? So, and they're coming at the same time. And those of you who aren't familiar with them, Stephanie Vacour and Julia wrestled each other, I think in March earlier this year for the New Japan Strong Women's Championship, where Stephanie defeated Julia. So it's so much history with them. It's going to be a great rivalry. Shawn Michaels set himself up for the next couple of years. I don't know how long they're going to be down there in NXT, but we need a sighting, okay? Enough. We need Stephanie Vacour and we need Julia to spice up this division. The division is super talented, but I think some of the stuff is getting stale. I kind of feel bad for Lola Vice because it looked like she got dropped down a little further on the card, but she'll have opportunities. She just got to keep working. But Stephanie Vacour, Julia. Somebody need to challenge Roxanne Perez Sunday after she defeats Jaida Parker. One of y'all need to step up. Shawn Michaels, make it happen. But overall, I think it's going to be a really good PLE. My anticipation is that Stephanie Vacour or Julia, which I think Julia probably is more prone to appear because we don't know what a Stephanie Vacour visa is. I think that's going to be the big surprise, right? And so I'm going to try to attend Halloween Havoc because I want to see one of them debut, right? Whether it's Julia or Stephanie Vacour. There you have it. And I'm also going to be doing my predictions for Bash in Berlin. So check that out when you can. Thank you, Pro Wrestling World. I'm signing off.